In this video, I'll walk you through how we use the Field Ascend Engineers app to complete a job, and how it works offline. Before we start, there are two modes available in the app. The first is manual mode, where the engineer enters times and job details manually, a more relaxed flow. The second is real-time mode, which uses live start and stop buttons to track each phase as it happens. We'll walk through real-time mode in this video, since that's what we have configured on this device. Let me run through a few of the app features first. We have fleet management enabled, so engineers can update vehicle details and complete vehicle checks set from the office side. HR and holidays is turned on as well, which lets engineers view sickness records, holiday history, and their personal details. We also have tools and equipment, things like power tools and ladders that need regular inspections. In this case, our calipers have failed inspection, and the app flags that clearly. And alongside all of that, we can set up performance indicators, specific measures to keep your engineers tracked against the standards you care about, day to day, across the whole team. Next is the main jobs page, which lists every job assigned to the engineer. We can search through the list, filter by category, and reorder it. For example, we can sort by planned in date, latest first, to see the most recently scheduled jobs at the top. There's also the planner, a month view of all jobs that mirrors the office planner board, so the engineer always sees the same schedule the dispatcher does. If you have this option enabled, engineers can also raise quotes directly from the app. Timesheets are optional too. We have them turned on here, which lets engineers view their work time in a Gantt-style layout. There's a built-in messages feature and a map view that shows any standing or open jobs against their site locations. Now, if we look at the planner, it's currently the 18th of May, and we can see the jobs that are due to start today. We'll take this one first, job 4458. Tapping the job gives us a quick summary, but if we open it fully, we get into the full job view. From here, we can raise a quote from the job, and we can pull up site history, so technicians can review previous jobs carried out at this site. This is optional, of course. Site history can be configured per tenant. Below that, we have the site details, including a couple of warnings flagged on this site. These are just test warnings for the demo. Further down is the address. If the GPS pin isn't quite right, we can update the site location, either by tapping Use GPS or by pressing and holding on the map and dropping a pin manually, like that. Moving down, we can see this job is scheduled in for today at 8 a.m. We can also see the equipment assigned to this job, so in this case, test FCU1, sitting right there. From this row, we can open the equipment record, view the full asset details for the machine, and update it if needed, for example, marking it as out of service. Further down, we get to the action panel, and the first action here is Start Travel. This is where the technician leaves home or the office heading out to the job. We tap Start Travel. All right, so we're now traveling to job 4458. Once we arrive at site, we can tap Arrive at Site. And importantly, the On the Clock banner at the top of the app updates to show we're now on site, and the job state updates along with it. For the rest of this walkthrough, I'll show you how the offline functionality works. So we'll put the device into airplane mode and turn Wi-Fi off. And as you can see, we've now gone offline. That doesn't matter though. We can still complete the entire job. Now we're on site, and we can see more job details. If we scroll down further, we can see the work to be done. This is what the office has set as the instructions for this job, the work the engineer needs to complete. In this example, the instructions read, carry out repair to faulty, FCU1. Below that, we have more timing actions, including options to complete other jobs on site. There are 42 other jobs at this site. We can also travel home from here or travel to another job, which we'll cover next. After that comes the reporting section. First up is work done, and there are a few ways to fill this in. We have these pre-filled phrasings the technician can tap to add automatically. For example, pressing this one button fills in the text instantly. If we don't want to use those, we also have a dictate system. To use the dictate function, just tap the button and say what you want typed. Repaired AC unit. Once you're happy with what's been transcribed, tap Insert, and you can see, as soon as we pressed Insert, the repaired AC unit text dropped straight into the work done field. We've now hit Save, and that section is locked in. Further down, we have more options. We can add any follow-ups required, using the same dictate function as before, and the same dictate flow is available for additional notes too. We can also add photos, even when fully offline, either directly from the camera or from the device's gallery. All right, let's add a couple of photos from the gallery. I'll tap Gallery, and we can pick the photos we want to attach to this job, adding them in just like that. You can also tag photos as before or after. To tag a photo, just press and hold on it and select whether it's a before or after. And those tags carry straight through to the PDF the customer gets sent. Now, moving down, we can add materials, either pulled from stock or just typed in directly. So I'll add a test material here, link it to the equipment on the job, and save. That keeps the materials properly recorded against the right asset. Moving further down, we have a compliance check on this job. Compliance checks can be used for things like risk assessments or any specific checks you want your technicians to run on site. So we'll run through this test 1. I'll just answer the questions at random for the demo. These questions can be fully customized, anything you want to ask. They're Setup Admin side, on the Setup Compliance Checks page. Now we've completed that, and it all worked offline. We also have options here to attach preventative maintenance checks certificates, or additional compliance checks if needed. You'll notice the bar at the top. That's a kind of pre-flight checklist for completion. We force these requirements admin side, in the app settings, for technicians. For this demo, we required a photo and the compliance check we just completed. Both are showing green now, so we can mark the job as complete. But before we do, let's go back and add some signatures. So we'll add signatures next. We can collect the client signature right here on screen. They sign with their finger, and we save that. After that, we capture the technician signature in the same way and save it. Both signatures are now stored against the job record. Now we can pretend we're heading home. So we'll mark the job complete. Once you tap Mark Complete, the app prompts you with options for what to do next. We can travel home, travel to another job, or log a non-job event. For this example, we'll travel home. We're still in offline mode, so it can't sync, but that's fine. It will sync automatically when we're back online. So we tap OK, and now I'll put Wi-Fi back on. As soon as Wi-Fi reconnects, we're showing as back online. And you can see we have 16 pending actions queued up to sync back to the office. We'll let those run in the background while we carry on. You can see on the clock banner now says we're returning home. From here, we can mark that we've arrived. And we can do that either from the banner at the top or from the job screen if we're still on it. So we'll tap Arrive Home, and now we're off the clock. Okay, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks.